Hello students, I am Dr. Shashank Sahu from AKGEC Engineering College, Department of Computer Science and Engineering. Today I am going to discuss about the topic Java Applet. It is basically belong to subject web technology KCS 602 and the topic is related to unit 1. Now first of all we need to understand what is the Java Applet. Basically it is a small application and that will run on the internet, that is it is related to web application. And the purpose of this Java application, this applet, is to give a GUI interface, graphical user interface in the internet. The beauty of this Java applet is that it is downloaded from the server and run at the client side with very limited resources. So you can understand it is a small program that you want to include in your website, then we can use the Java applet. Now, because of it is a small program, it provides a computing facility. So you can perform any data manipulation, any data processing with the help of the Java applet. You receive the data from the user, give the data to this small software that is in Java applet, process it and display the output. So today in this lecture I am going to discuss how to write a Java applet program. Lecture is basically dedicated with related to programming of the Java applet and how to run the Java applet. First of all, very simple Java applet program. If you are going to write a Java applet application for a internet web application, so first of all we need to import some package to write Java applet. The first package is AWT package, that is called Abstract Window Toolkit package. Basically this package is to provide graphical user interface, so we need to import it. Second is we have to import the applet package, because we are going to create an application which is Java applet, so we need to include this package. Now as it is a Java program, we need to create a class. So I am going to create a class. This is the class. Name of the class is simple applet. So at this point it is only a class. When we are going to extend this class with the applet class, now this class become an applet. Remember, this A is a capital A. This is the name of the class. So it is the starting of the class and ending of the class. So first of all we need to import some packages, then create a class and extend the class with the applet class. So your class become an applet or software. Next job is we need to display something on the applet. To display a message on the applet, we need to use a paint method. In the paint method, we are going to create an object G of type graphics. Graphics is basically, it is a class to provide a graphical context for a GUI application, because applet is a GUI application, so therefore we are creating the object of graphics class. Now within the paint method, to write any message on GUI application, we are using the object of G. Then we are using the method of this object is draw string. It will display a message within the double quotes like a simple applet at the position of X and at the position of Y. X and Y are the coordinates at the point where your message will display. So you can see it is a simple Java program, or you can say simple Java applet, just to display a message at the position of X and Y. Next part is, whenever you are going to create a applet class, remember must defined as a public. because this class will be accessed outside world, that is on the internet. So any class that is going to access outside the world, it must be defined as a public. Then you need to remember the two important part. One is the paint method, to paint something on the applet, and it will take one variable of type graphics class. With the help of this graphics object, we are using the draw string method to write a message at the position of x and y coordinates, x and y coordinates, as I have shown in this example. Next part is the program is written. This is the program, and you can type this program in any editor, like in simple notepad editor. Then you will save this program with simple applet.java. So the name of the file will be simple applet.java. So you will save this program with this name. So because it is a Java file, so it will be stored with .java extension. Next, you will compile this program with Java C. So when you compile this program, you will get class file, and next part is coming to execution of the applet. Now running an applet is something different, because it is a internet based application, web based application. So running of this applet is not traditional running of Java classes. So there are two ways by which we can run any Java applet. First one is, in the browser we will run the Java applet. Second is, we will use applet viewer. It is a tool provided by the Java software to run the applet. Now I am going to discuss the first method. How will you run the applet with the help of the first method, that is with the help of the browser. To run any applet in the browser, very important part is to create an HTML file. Now in the HTML file, you must write an applet tag. In this applet tag, and in code attribute, you give the name of the class. Earlier we have used name of the class is simple applet. So here we are giving the name of the class simple applet. Then you define size of the applet and height of the applet, that is width and height. Define the size of the applet that is going to display. Now it is a HTML code, and you will save this HTML code, for example, in a file run app.html. Now just run this HTML file in the browser, and you will see that your applet is running. You can see one output of this is the way the applet is running. It is a, you can see it is a GUI based application. It is a window with all its features. So when you run this program, the message will display a simple applet. I discuss about the method 1, how to run the applet. In this case, we will create an HTML file, and in HTML file we will use applet code and give the name of the class. The second method is, we will use applet viewer. It is a tool provided by the JDK to test the applet without the browser at your level. Then you can upload the applet for the internet application. In this case, we will use applet viewer and give the name of the HTML file. So when you run this command, it will display the applet window. This is the applet window. So I think up to this level you understand how to create a simple applet program and what are the method of executing an applet. Two methods, one is web browser and second is applet viewer. Next, I am going to discuss about that if you want to make your applet run with the fast execution, or you want to speed up the execution of the applet. Then one idea is mentioned. Idea is that instead of writing the applet code in an HTML file, you can write this HTML code in the source code, that is in HTML, that is in Java source code. Within the comment, it is a comment. So within this comment, you will write this HTML code, applet code, simple applet, and write width and height. So it will make your Java source code, when it will compile, compatible with running at the applet viewer. It will make your processing of the applet fast. Now there are key points you must be remember when you are using the applet. Very important part is applet do not need a main method. As you all know that any Java application, if you want to run, main method must be defined. But applet is the application, there is no requirement of the main method. Second important part is applet must run under a applet viewer or a browser. So browser is important because Java applet is designed for running under the internet application, or generally internet application running with the help of the browser. So applet is designed to run in the browser application. For testing of any Java applet, you can use the applet viewer tool to test it. Now third important part is input output in the applet is not with the help of stream input output. As you know, I assuming you know basics of Java application. So whenever we are performing the input output in desktop application of Java, then we are using input output with the help of streams. But in case of Java applet, this input output is performed with the help of AWT, that is Abstract Window Toolkit, or Swing. These are two base package by which we can develop the Java applet. So basically we can see that there are two ways to implement the Java. These are two ways. The first way is with the help of Abstract Window Toolkit, the example that I have given recently. And second way is with the help of Swing classes. Swing is also a package that will provide GUI application, and it is efficient than AWT. So you can generate the applet with the help of Swing classes. So when you are using the Swing classes, then we use the JApplet class. Earlier we use only applet class in case of AWT, but in case of Swing you will use JApplet. A little explanation about what is the Swing. Swing is basically it is easier and it has richer than AWT and provide very good user interface than AWT. And generally today most of the Java applet are based on the Swing based. However, you can generate the Java applet with the help of AWT, there is no problem, but it is limited with the simple UI. If you want some advanced UI, then better to go with the Swing packages. Next I am going to discuss the important methods related to the Java applet. That I am going to discuss with the help of a program. We call this program as a applet skeleton, meaning it is a template, a simple template of the applet, in which I am going to discuss what are the important methods of the Java applet. You can see that name of this applet is applet skeleton, SKEL. Extend applet, I think it is based on AWT, as I recently told to you. We are not using the Swing here. Now the first method that will be called when you run the applet is the init method. This method is already defined in this class, we are overriding this method. So first method that will be called init method. It is basically used for initialization of the variable. Now the second method after the init will be called is a start method. It is basically used to start the application or resume the application. Then we can use the stop method to suspend the execution for some time. Your application is running, but it is suspended. Next method is destroy. If you want to terminate the Java applet, then we are using the destroy method. It will shut down all the activities of the Java applet. Then we have a method of paint to display anything on this GUI based Java application. We are using the paint method, like we are painting something on the GUI window. That's why it is called paint method. So I discuss about 4 important method, 5 important method. One is init, second is start, third is stop, fourth is destroy, and fifth is the paint. Now it is also a kind of Java applet, but it is not displaying any message to the Java applet. It is a simple method we are using and we are running the program. When you run this simple program, then you can see this applet window will display, or you can say it is a default window. It is not showing any message here because we have not given any message here. You can see it, it is a window that consists of all the features of the window, min, max and close buttons. Next, I am going to discuss the sequence of the methods which are used in the Java applet. Like when you start an applet, the first method that will run is the init, and it will run only one time. Remember, it will run only one time, and it is used to initialize the variables of the Java applet. Second method that is going to execute is start method. Then we have the paint method to display something in the GUI application. So we have a init, then we have a start, then we have a paint method. So when we are going to terminate an applet, first it will call the stop method to suspend the application. It is the sequence. Then it will call the destroy method to shut down all the activities of the applet. So you can understand, when we going to close the Java applet, then it will call the stop and destroy. When going to start an Java application, it will call init, start and paint. When we terminate the Java application, it will call stop and destroy. Now I am going to discuss some examples. Going to discuss 2 examples to tell you how to use the Java applet for variety of applications. It is a simple application to set the foreground, background color and display message. So it is importing the package, then we are using HTML code. Name of the applet is sample, and this HTML code is within the source code to make your execution of the Java applet fast. Now this is the applet, sample extend applet, and in this we have created a variable of type string message. Then we are calling the init method. Now you can see here we are utilizing the init method that I discussed earlier. In the init method, to set the background color, we are using the method set background. To set the foreground color, we are using the method set foreground, and color is the predefined class, and cyan is the name of the color. It is also predefined. And to make foreground red, we are using color and red. So when the color of the applet will be changed, that is foreground and background, then it will display message also. Now in the message we are giving a message inside init. So when it will be inside the init, it will display the message inside init method. Next method is start method. We are just concatenating the previous message, that is inside start it is a message if the applet in calling the start method. If the applet will call the paint method, so it will concatenate the previous message with the message inside paint. Next it will display the message at the position of x and y, that is 10 pixel and 30 pixels. So this simple application to display, or you can say to set background and foreground color and display message. So when you see the output, this is the output, you can see foreground and background color has been set and it is displaying the message also. Next I am going to discuss second example, very simple example of Java applet, just to understand the basics of Java applet. Now in this example we are showing the status bar in the applet window and want to display something in the status bar. A status bar basically it is at the bottom of the window. To display something at the bottom of the window we call as a status bar. Now as usual to create an Java applet we need to import these two packages, then write an HTML code. It is a optional, writing this applet code and HTML code, it is your choice. I already discussed, if you include it your running of the applet will be fast. Next we have created a class status window and we are extending the applet. Then we are using the init method and we are setting the background color as a cyan. Now we are using the paint method to display a message, or you can say paint a message in the Java applet. For that we are using the draw string and displaying a message. This is an applet window at the position of x and y. Now to display show status, write something in the on the show status. So we are using the method show status and give a message. So this message will be displayed, a status bar will be created and this message will be displayed in the status bar, that is the bottom of the window. This is the sample. You can see this is the part where we have given a message that is displaying at the status bar. Basically it is a status window, you can say it is a status window, a status bar we can say it. It is displaying in the Java applet window and it is displaying a message. So in this video lecture, hopefully I think you will gain it what is the Java applet in this video. And in this video I discuss basics of Java applet, what is the Java applet and how to create the Java applet, how to run the Java applet. Then I discuss two examples of creating the Java applet and my best wishes. Thank you very much.